Don't bring the shit my way.
Huh? Hold on. What?
We good. We hot. Damn, Black.
My boy,
God,
we
damn,
just be going in. You know what's going
bro,
on.
he had an impeccable countdown last week. This week he got to just throw a nigga in the fire.
We here?
Yeah,
No,
hot
we're live.
Right, bro. Like
That's the new code. We hot.
damn, bro.
Say Little Caesars next time.
Welcome to the No
Say
Buffer
Little
Podcast, I guess.
Damn.
Niggas do us like that.
Yeah,
Hello,
we here.
everyone.
I thought we was family.
Right. That was stronger than that, bro.
Black guy, you
Bruh
got something
did
going on
Bruh.
today, don't it?
Bro did us like we weren't supposed to be here. Like they throwing us a bone or something like that. Shit crazy.
I thought we
dog.
knew each other.
Oh,
Damn.
man. That was
Probably had to
funny.
run out to the bathroom.
That's what it was.
Oh,
You take the Cleveland
that's
He was
Browns.
at the tight.
He was at the
Like a
tight.
girl about to say he was at the tight.
Yeah, he was in the tight. He was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and just turn this on. Y'all do y'all do.
But welcome.
Yeah, man, welcome to the No Buffer Podcast. I'm your host. Last name good. And to my right, I got the lovely.
Chiane XO, and to my right, I have the incredible.
She's trying to get him a good graces.
Uh-huh.
Lingo Steve.
That's what it is,
I
man.
didn't think we ended off on a bad note yesterday. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about? All right, never mind. With the Earth Gang shit.
I mean-
You still salty about that?
I mean, you know,
Why are you so
I
salty?
tend to hold shit close to the heart when it's people, you know,
But why are you so salty about it?
people nigga care about it, so I hold it close to the heart.
I can tell,
close
bro.
to
You
the
sound like you
vest.
about to cry.
You heard that? You know that was
The
for the
crackle in
content.
the voice, bro.
That was for the content.
I ain't say I disliked it. I need to hear it again. I was in the right environment. In
Once
the right
again,
mindset
God
to
bless.
hear it. Respect. Say
For
less.
sure. We were had a No Buffer outing this weekend.
Second weekend in a row.
I almost didn't happen fucking around with me.
I know, man. We had to like.
Bro, nigga did so much walking around this motherfucker before we got here, bro. That's a big ass stadium, dog.
It really is though.
And look,
It
bro.
really
The walk
is.
back was longer.
It really is a big state. Like you don't realize it until you be at point A and move
And
all the
go
way
point-
around back to point A.
Like I started on this side, on our street, walked around, then we had to walk back around. I'm like, God damn, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm already faded. I'm walking from the tailgate. You know, that's beneath. You know what I mean? Like that shit was wild, but it's all
It was really
good.
'cause you was
I had
faded,
a good. Because I was faded.
Yeah.
I was low key
Your
sick
boy was
yesterday, dog.
smacked. Wait, I called him and I was asking him because me and Good stopped at the liquor store ahead of
Yeah.
time because I was like, let's go ahead and pregame. And I was making sure he ain't need nothing. This nigga was like, yeah, like I'm good right now. I'm smacked. I just need some food. I was like, oh, this nigga is lit.
Hey, throughout the evening, I was thinking, I hope she don't feel no type way, cause I really didn't feel like talking. And we was having that little
Yeah.
conversation. Cause I'm over here sick, dog. Like
Yeah.
I'm over here like, fuck, like.
No, but
Messed
you was
up.
conversing back, so I ain't feel no way. Like you ain't ever leave me hanging. Like you ain't give me the look. Like, hey, shut the fuck
I
up.
made an effort.
I mean, if you would have
But-
given me the look, like I would have been quiet.
Yeah,
I
I felt
probably
like
would have
I'd've
walked
been
away.
good.
So that's what that look was a couple of times yesterday. Cause
I felt like, yeah, facts. I felt like it was. I felt
Say
like.
less.
I feel like I would have been the biggest asshole if I would have came off like that. But I was
no,
legit like not in the mood.
yeah.
Like,
Well, you
nigga,
notice we all kept turning around asking like, "Was you straight?" Because you kind of just standing there looking like
in the zone,
Nigga
dog.
was
Trying
out
to
of it.
trying to keep my
Composure.
composure and shit. Like.
nigga was trying to look sober so hard.
What are you on?
I felt like Fi was looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that nigga was sweating, guy.
Yo,
He sweat like he was on trial, dog.
No,
That nigga Fi sweat like he on trial. Like,
yo, that nigga was wet. I'm talking about wet, dog. Like he just got out the pool wet.
right.
Yeah.
A couple
Like
times I
he
wanna
turned
tell
his
that
head
nigga-
and this shit was flinging everywhere. Like,
a couple times I want to
bruh.
tell that nigga, bro, get away from me. You look uncomfortable. You making me uncomfortable, dog. Like,
No,
Yeah,
you
he
told me
moved
like,
around
bro,
like
hit
got
that
warm.
rag. I
hit
was
that
like,
rag.
bro,
Now you just gonna let it drip.
So
That
the
shit
man
nutty.
sweat like he
Oh my
got
God.
warrants, bro.
Like he taller, he got to understand, bro. That shit
So
come
that
out.
should be dropping on everybody.
That shit might slap a nigga one time.
You
Like,
think it's somebody spitting on you? Is this nigga sweat? That shit is terrible.
yeah.
That's
I ain't
funny.
end up eating till like 12 o'clock. I went the whole day without eating, dog. That shit was.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was,
That's why you.
and I was getting
smacked
to it. Like,
That's a young
You was
mistake.
determined.
we started here, and then we went
You
to the
was-
tailgate.
you
We're
was-
getting it.
you
No
was
folks say you ain't getting nothing to drink. No, nigga. I'm trying to hold it together.
You was on some 20-year-old shit, not eating all day.
Yeah.
Nigga just drinking.
That-
It was
that's
just
some,
because that wasn't part of the plans. I
that's
wasn't
some
planning on
20-year-old
going to the game.
That's some 20-year-old spring break vibes right there.
Facts, nigga.
Bro, we waking up, we ain't eating nothing.
Nothing.
We getting straight on the
Nigga don't
peach
eat till
vodka.
6
Even if you don't
p.m.
even plan to eat, you just don't eat.
That's
like,
what
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
saying.
eat.
Like,
Just
you
go.
just don't
Go,
eat.
like,
That's crazy.
Right.
Your
And
body,
then when
Yeah.
y'all came
and then
back
your
with
body
the
5 years
sandwiches,
later.
I was like, damn, I should have walked.
You shoulda
But at
did
the
it.
end of the day, I was like, I'm finna leave anyway. So
Bruh.
that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Like,
Shout out to DJ Fire Me Up. I want to explain to y'all the way these
Go ahead,
these
you
sandwich
was-
walk went. Cause me and Steve, this nigga kept saying, "Man, I want this grilled cheese." Like he said it like 5 times.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, "Bro, what grilled
was
cheese
adamant
do
about
you
it.
want?" Like, cause
finna
you
get
know
you
at
grilled cheese.
facts, cause you know at the game they be having like some regular chicken tenders. Like they don't be having like the good shit, unless you go to Fox Brothers. So I was like, "You talking about Fox Brothers grilled cheese?" He was like, "Nah, it's another one got the briskets at a little kiosk." I was like, "All right, man, let's go walk." So we walk. Bro, I see the little kiosk. It got 5 sandwiches on the grill. And all of them are like golden brown toasted.
Listen.
Cheese got cheese crust on the edge. She pulling off the brisket from the little
commercial.
pot.
listen,
Yeah.
what I tell you yesterday?
She need to do commercials.
What I
shit-
tell you yesterday?
this shit-
I said, you biting this shit like you supposed to be in a
Bruh.
commercial.
And it was the
dog.
brisket like you could tell it didn't like a Mississippi roast style with the pepperoncini peppers and it was just
Bruh,
soaking
she
all
took
in the
food
juice.
porn to a whole nother level yesterday.
Bruh.
About some concession stand food, dog. Like,
They use
crazy,
bruh,
dog.
they use Fontina cheese, bruh.
Bro, I would have sweated this
Oh
girl
my
400 pounds.
God.
Like, I was like,
You talked to her on the phone.
bro,
Oh,
yeah, like she was legit aroused by
Yo,
this shit. yesterday,
bruh.
dog.
I was so impressed. It was golden brown, well toasted on both sides.
Nigga,
You can't
see this Fontino on the side?
Bruh, they had the crust, you know, like when
They
you
didn't use
you know, you
regular
make
cheddar.
a grilled cheese and it like melt on the side, so you got a little cheese crust. Like they had that. It was
I
perfect.
want a grilled cheese right now.
Yeah, that shit was
literally,
perfect.
That's how she describing it, bro.
Yeah, that shit sounds.
See,
She
if-
said it got the perfect mix of butter and
it did.
Like, she was
And
killing
they
me,
put
dog.
this
She was killing me.
little, bro. They put this little sauce on there. I don't know what sauce it was, but that shit was. It cut through all that, but it had a little vinegar base, so it like brought a little
see what I'm
tang
saying,
to
dog?
it. Man, that shit was.
I can
a
describe some food,
bomb.
bro, but it's not going into this like this depth. But we finna crack open
The Rufino
the
Prosecco.
Rufino Prosecco. You know what I mean? Yeah, I need it. Alley-oop. You
Yeah.
gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Help is always needed.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the celebratory occasion is. I think Good hit the cash for on the low.
I did not.
He talking about vacations.
That
and shit.
sponsor paid him over the weekend.
You hit us with the woo woo.
That,
You hit us with the ooh wop.
Got us looking dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
He take the cash, y'all get the drink.
He hit us with the ooh wop.
With the dun 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 dum.
You hit us with your
It's alright.
ass.
Oh.
Buddy. Like you hit us with the ooh
Bro,
Ooh.
I don't live my life like that. Y'all know me better than that.
I ain't got no proof.
So you have no proof.
Yeah, I don't live my life that way.
You'll take your word
All
for
I
it.
got is my word. You feel me?
Word is bond, B.
Word is bond.
I want to hit you with get y'all wedding vibes or
I mean, it's Monday. No, it's Monday.
Whatever, just safe.
Set the tone.
Yeah, I mean,
You
set
know,
the
you
mood.
do- as long as you know, just away from me.
okay, I can hit them with
And equipment.
okay. It'll be all over me.
That was
Go.
smoky at the top. Bro, you see, he look over here no other time. He was chilling on his own shit. He heard that
Like a
shit.
meerkat. Y'all see that shit?
He looked at you for confirmation, like, hey, shit straight. We good.
Do I need to go in my belt? Do I need to go in the elastic on your hand?
But he ain't flinched though.
Cross-street.
He looked at you for confirmation, like, hey,
Yeah,
I
got you,
need to
Phil.
pop this shit off or no.
That's funny.
That's real. That's a real nigga over there. But yeah, that shit was delicious. So if you ever make y'all way to a game,
What was the name of the
bruh, I don't
The
even
stand?
know.
So
I
how we know what to
come.
look
like
for?
section 2.
It was
probably like 218 or something like that.
we didn't even what
down
the
there.
yeah okay yeah.
Like 218.
So if you're at 218 and you go to your right, It's a little kiosk over there. They got grilled cheese. They do have the non-meat version, but if you eat meat, I advise you go ahead and get that brisket because that shit slap. I ain't gonna lie, they gonna hit you on the neck. It's a little 12, and they ain't even giving. They ain't giving you fries though. They giving you the little kettle chips.
Cheese, 12 for the just the grilled cheese.
That's what that's what is brisket grilled cheese. That's a brisket grilled cheese with the kettle fry with the kettle potato chips.
She sopped up the grease with the kettle chips.
Yes, cause the sauce, bruh. It was the sauce.
She sopped up the grease with the kettle chips, dog. That shit was classic. And hit you with one of these, Black.
Yeah.
She was in love with
that shit. Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Man, this shit was I don't think y'all understand. This shit was delicious. Only thing that could have made it better was if I had some Tabasco. Like if I could have smiled in the moment I bit into that shit.
Like you made that
it was
shit
heavenly.
Real orgasmic, bro.
I'm just telling y'all, man. Go ahead and hit that up. Hit up that kiosk. I want to know if they got like a little offset kind of thing. And it's not even Fox Brothers. That's what made it even like better.
No, I heard a lot of good things about that though. I had another lady that I know. She told me about it before y'all was talking about
the
it.
Brisket joint?
Yeah. It's just that ain't really my thing. So, I feel you. I'm gonna pass this over here before Lingo. Go ahead and go through that whole thing.
So other than that, how was y'all weekend?
It's cool, man. What all we do this weekend?
I'm doing a great disservice right now.
What's up?
My nigga Good had the best grits I ever had in my life, dog.
I told Steve yesterday I couldn't hold it in. Niggas ain't about to keep having fish fries and not invite me, bro. Just invite me. But I'll leave after I get my plate.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. That what I said is still fat, but his mama made some good grits too. But that shit was like swanging, dog. Like,
no, that's love, bro.
I'm still a little salty. I ain't taste that. But it's cool.
I told you to come through.
You said you was coming through.
Real talk. I mean, I apologize on behalf of Paid in America, but it was really like impromptu because we were supposed to do a different video and we changed it up at the last minute. Like me and Lingo like legit had like an hour conversation like the day before.
Like he think I'm capping. Like I ain't capping you, bro. Like this come from the heart, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like we literally talked for an hour and change and it was not mentioned.
Yeah, it was super impromptu.
He told me the day of, like a few hours before, like. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we can always do it again.
Cool.
We can do it again.
Yeah, I want some. You feel me? I ain't had no South fish and grits. I done had some Midwest. You feel me?
I'm gonna tell you the only thing.
But I want that real.
I'm gonna tell you.
Good gonna give it to you. Everything you asking for. Everything you asking for.
I tell you the only thing that kept it from being like true to the South. I was supposed to be cooking that fish outside. If I was cooking it outside with a, you know what I'm saying, then that would have definitely did it.
We can get another bag and get it popping, bro.
We could do that, but that's the only thing that, like, you know what I'm saying.
I tell you what did happen. We ain't had no spaghetti with that shit.
Not never. Straight fish and grits.
Shout out to the Virgos doing everything. They was swearing about this fish and spaghetti, dog. Like, nah, that's not a combo. You fuck with it. I don't want to go too hard on grandma.
Hey, you should lay that to rest. Let's end this right now. We're gonna dead it right now.
It wasn't my grandma who made it, but I got you, dog. It be hitting, dog. Fish and spaghetti.
He said,
"When you hungry?" So this not something you just request. Yeah. Bet. Say less.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all though. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you though.
That shit really don't be lasting, dog.
No, it don't.
I'm sorry, bro. You don't tap the boot and everything, bro. I'm sorry, dog.
Hey.
You don't drink.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Don't feel bad at all.
I don't feel bad. He good, bro. Everybody got
yeah. Everybody do what you do. But look, here's the crazy thing though. Like for real, this is no cap. The one from Italy hit a little bit better.
I can go for that.
Like for
weird flex. I got you though, dog.
But you feel me though, right? I'm saying because I brought
go ahead, shit on, bro.
I ain't even thinking about it.
Go ahead, shit on the rest of the crew.
No.
Talk your shit, King.
No, but what I'm saying is, bro, I brought that back for us to enjoy. So that was compare and contrast. Like we all had that together collectively.
You right, though, dog.
He has the palate, not a palate.
It was just something else going on. Just did.
Understood. Say less.
Man, you know, I'm just living my truth, man. This is my real life.
It was something else going on.
This is just my real life.
Hey, you know, homemade pasta better than store bought.
I mean, it really is, though.
It is.
What you do this
weekend? It really is. I ain't do shit. I just drove.
Oh,
I really did. I ain't do shit.
taking the page out of Lingo book. Wow.
Rubbing off.
Well, I could have pulled up at.
You slid took it out my mouth, dog.
I could have pulled up at the Paid in America event, but you know,
You was like that. You trying to. She said she could have pulled up at the Paid in America event, but she was about to give some type of.
Yeah, but I mean it's okay. But anyway, so I just pretty much drove this weekend. I needed some money that needed to be made, so I just drove over.
Did I not invite you?
Bro, you said you was going. You didn't technically invite me. You just said you was going. You didn't say come on, bro.
I'm lying, but I did. I didn't say come on, but I did invite you.
I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm on this side.
So anyway, so yeah, I pretty much just made money all weekend, and then went to the Falcons game with you guys. So that was my weekend.
That's
It was good
money?
though. I laid low. It was cool.
Hey, hold on, since we here, she shot it down. So like, I was like, you going fucking with good? They supposed to be having a fish fry shooting the video. Nah, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Cause I wasn't invited.
Oh,
You kind of just said it. Like I didn't know this. For one, I didn't know it was a thing.
This is on some being petty right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that's what you were doing just then. You were. He was like, "No, they ain't going." Didn't nobody think they invite me to that? That's what that
I'm
was.
just saying.
What's the little thing with the women be doing? Like, you want me to come over? That's cool.
Yeah.
You sure? Like, it's like come on.
That's what you was on just then. It's the truth.
Keep it real. I'm calling you for a reason.
Technically, I called you. I was calling you to tell you about Music Midtown and all the shit they had going on because I didn't know if you were driving or not.
I fucked
So
up.
y'all really be having these side conversations outside of work, huh?
Well, you know.
No. First of all, relax. I called. No, I really, because I know he'd be out on the driver shit. So I called him because I know it'd be a lot of shit going on, but I know he usually drive at night. So I was calling to inform him, like, it's a lot of shit going on in the city. If you was trying
whatever make your story work for the situation, man. I ain't mad at you.
Man.
It's cool.
But
moving right along.
yeah, I ain't do too much neither, dog.
That's cool, man.
Actually, you know, it was cool. Like,
It was a cool weekend. It was a cool little weekend, man. Did what needed to be done. I say that.
Facts.
Did what needed to be done. Had a little outing, all that.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
I'm glad we got that second no buffer out and out.
Yeah, we consistent right now. We consistent. We definitely being consistent.
Let's not fuck this up.
I had a little journey on the way here. Man. I hit the 20 and turned the corner. Tire blew out on me.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm on the side of the road with it.
You got a donut holding you down
I
right
definitely got a donut on it. And
now? Is
look,
it a leak or is it something you?
Oh no,
you gotta
that tire gone. I gotta get. It was
damn.
about to. The rim was about to touch the concrete. Yeah, that's a wrap on that one. Yeah. It was a blowout. Like I ain't.
That shit's done.
Yeah, no, it's done. I gotta get another. Yeah.
Or you can go one of them 24-hour spots.
Yeah, but I think so. I got 3 new tires on there. I'm probably gonna just get that fourth. Yeah.
Might as well get the set.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's like riding on this donut, right? It made me think like, and this is gonna sound very privileged. It's cool, but I'm just being honest. I don't see how people be riding on the donut like going 80 miles per hour, bro. Like,
it's not meant for that.
it's not, bro. I was hitting 50 and felt like, oh no, I need to slow down.
Make a two-hander out yourself.
Oh, bro, two-hander. Cause I'm like, I ain't trying to lose my life out here. No, the car like this right here when you get 50 miles per hour on the donut. I'm like, bro, and I've seen people legit speeding on the donut. I'm like, no, bro, not at all. What's up, Franco?
In the building.
I can't see who was that.
I mean, they are twins, so
it's bars.
It's
bars though.
It's bars. Hey, what up?
It was Franco last week.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all got.
Oh.
He said it's a better rapper in here.
Bro, they like legit be beefing all the time, dog.
It's funny.
This
Hey,
nigga don't
y'all
know
ever
nothing
fought?
about music?
Y'all ever fought off that? Like y'all. Oh, my bad. Say less, King.
These niggas came to Abel, dog.
Facts.
Bro, every time I see them, bro, they got a disagreement about something.
But they be cool
trying
as,
each other
like together. When they together, they be cool as shit.
Yeah.
They be talking shit to each other back and forth.
So like, hey, speaking of Cain and Abel, right? So Kanye West was at New Birth yesterday. Was Sunday? Yeah, Sunday doing bringing on. Well, you know, come on now, Sunday service. So I checked it out. I watched it. I watched it yesterday. Yeah.
Was it live stream?
No, I mean it. I don't know if it was live stream or not. I didn't see it live. I saw like
clips.
Yeah. Well,
so you tried to use Kanye's joint for a substitute for your regular church home?
No.
I know you type, dog.
No, not at all.
You are stupid.
Not at all, bro. I ain't had to do that. But I watched it because you start seeing people doing all this talking. So I was like, well, let me check it out for myself so I can form my own opinion. And I watched it. And I'll tell you, to me, what it looked like was just praise and worship, bro. Like, it's legit.
The praise and worship section?
It's praise and worship at
like he's the music director of, like, a church. Like, a traveling church. That's what it is.
That's it. And I saw people, like, seeing comments, like, folks dissecting, like, oh, Kanye trying to, like, be a pastor now. And I was like, bro, like, he legit was, like, and I saw something was, like, 55 minutes. So if there was something before that, I can't vouch for it. But I saw it when people was walking in. So I'm assuming that this was the beginning of Sunday service, like, at New Birth.
So what? Oh, go ahead. I'll start. So what they said was that they had the regular church service,
right?
And then he came in at the end of his praise and worship, and the people that were coming in was actually the choir.
The choir, right? That's what I mean.
They weren't in, like, I guess they normally be matched and shit.
Right.
It was just regular.
That's what I saw. So I'm assuming I saw the beginning of it or whatever. And so it was renditions of different songs done, and, like, I mean, I've been to different churches that do that all the time. And then Kanye came on and, like, basically was talking for a little bit, prayed, and then he got on the keyboard and started, playing with some samples, and that was the end of it. And I'm looking at that, and then I'm reading comments. I'm like, I don't see how y'all got this with him trying to be an evangelist and a preacher.
I think it's like they have this thing of when artists do, like, it's like you almost have to choose between secular and gospel music. Like, because they bashed Michelle for years because she was in Destiny's Child.
Right,
and she was also doing, like, she's solely a gospel singer.
Who was the other one that did, like, a little church film that was in Destiny's Child? There you go, boy.
Oh, the church film. Okay, yeah. LaToya Luckett. No, bro, I hear you, too. I think what it is, too, people.
Then it's Kanye.
Yeah, it's Kanye, bro. But
it's
I'm
like this is a man that has spoken about the plights, or whatever you may call it, that have held black people down. Mm-hmm. And I think just from what I hear from other people, I don't completely agree, but from what I hear with other people, is just like he's piggying back on the fact that black people will always turn to God and religion, and he's taking light of that and kind of monetizing it, or not, because he ain't making, well, I don't know, I'm sure he's making money.
It's capitalism, bro. Everybody making
like
money.
He's like, but now he's making that his thing. As somebody that has previously spoken on about the things that have held black.
So you saying there's some clown shit going on?
That's what they say. Yeah.
How you feel?
I mean, I was gonna say
music.
I was gonna say in the beginning, I didn't know because it was called Sunday Service. When you think of a church service, you think of a sermon, and then the praise and worship, then the sermon. So I thought it was that kind of ordeal. But seeing different clips of it, just from what I've seen, it's just like he's just the music director of a church, and he's just in charge of the choir part. The only part that would be fucked up is if he had some type of alternative motive that we didn't find out until later, and it was like, oh, like, see it, he's smart, so
can I be honest with that?
That could be a plot twist.
I've been at churches where preachers had their own agendas,
right,
and things come out later on down the line, right. And I'm not putting Kanye up there with a preacher, but what I'm saying is like, I feel like people like legit be reaching just because they don't want to It's all about who Kanye is and what.
Right.
And like, you don't have to agree with Kanye's political agenda. You don't got to agree with his religion,
Right.
anything that he do. But I'm like, my thing is, wipe all that away and just look at what it was, right? Whether you're a Christian or not, the man was playing music at church and people were singing along, right? Just leave it at that.
And let's be clear, like, this man has used plenty of church samples in previous
Bro,
albums.
his first
This
single
my-
was Jesus
Like,
Walks.
I was saying his biggest song is Jesus.
This is
let's
my
be
whole
clear,
thing.
like,
They be so hypocritical, dog.
Right.
Like, why'd you so quick to judge a nigga? Like,
Thank you.
he might be on the right path. Like, this might be.
Listen, he was
that's
just
the
going
part.
through the mental health shit. You ain't heard nothing about that since he been on. This is probably like a stress relief.
but
for him.
I guess
Music.
that's the other
It's
thing.
music.
Like,
He's an
people
artist.
don't know what narrative to believe about Kanye, which I understand. Like, people don't know, like, we should believe. Because it's like, yeah, he's doing that. But is it because he's on his meds and he's okay and he's doing that? Because when he's off his meds, he's
wanna-
saying
Let
some
me
wild
ask
shit.
this, though.
Like, it just,
How is this really affecting what's going on in our real
I
life?
mean, listen,
Not saying like
I
you or
agree
nothing, but I'm
completely.
just saying like I feel like social media made us too empowered, so we got an opinion on everything.
But that's
It's
but that's the
definitely
power
that.
of media. But that's why
It's definitely
I'm
that.
saying, like,
This
you
ain't
can
affecting us at all.
literally have an opinion on literally anything that has nothing to do with your life.
And they be coming with the old people too. Like, they just be burning my soul, dog. Like, Sister Betty, I know what you were doing 32 years ago. Stop playing with me.
Right.
See, no, but like
Shit,
people
even worse.
laugh,
She
people
probably
laugh,
has a
but
whole
like
knee protectors on. Like, stop playing with me, dog.
people
Like,
laugh, but like that's so true. And even to what y'all was saying about like how people so quick to judge and talk about what's going on is like people don't. The hardest thing to do is like look in that mirror, right? Because all the stuff that people want to dog Kanye about, all the stuff they want to dog anybody about, it's a good chance you probably doing a lot of that too. Like, regardless of what point you are in your life, like, ain't nobody perfect. We all done did something.
Everybody can change. Everybody can grow.
That's
and
what I'm
evolve.
saying. Like,
I don't-
anybody can change. Like, who else to be like Kanye trying to get paper?
But
And-
people don't allow that part to happen if they don't see it. Quote
bro,
unquote.
what if he is trying to get paper? How does that change your life? The real thing, what it is, my personal
broke, so
opinion,
not
is
a
that
fucking
people look up to celebrities so much. They don't want to admit it, but we idolize these celebrities that they impact our lives. Kanye went to church and then he did what he normally do on any other day of the week at a church, and it became a big deal.
And
Why?
honestly, who ain't trying to get paid though?
Facts. Like, I'm
Bro,
not
you
doing
going
this
to
shit
work
for free.
tomorrow?
He's going and he's making through music. It's not even like from what I seen anyway. He's not even singing church songs.
Oh, cause you went though, huh? Oh, I thought you had to plug.
I'm
My
talking
bad.
about-
I know you be at the little. I know you had the little revolt
It
plug
wasn't really
over
no
the
plug.
weekend.
You just go to Newburgh.
But
No. He had the revolt plug this weekend. Oh, y'all missed his little snaps.
No, that's,
I did.
Oh yeah. Oh, you was a witness to his
it's called
story.
grind. It's called
I'm talking
grinding.
about Kanye, but I'm just saying like
We'll get on you afterwards. Go off,
from
King.
what I've seen from the Kanye clips, these has been like I think the last one was like a genuine like he's singing like regular songs just with a choir like. He's
Well,
not
no,
even, like,
he doing the melodies of those records, but
switching them and
switching it to
putting the
like
gospel,
yeah,
For the
he,
hymns.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like I mean, like I said, I've been to churches that
That
did
shit kind of hard to me though.
It
But
is, bro.
churches do that all
That's
the
how
time.
that's how you get the young people.
exactly.
That's
I
how
was
you get
gonna
the next
say,
generation.
Let's
Thank
stay-
you.
that
Churches
right
do
there.
that all. Churches do
That
that
right
all.
there, bro.
If you've recently, you can go to a church now. Go on a youth Sunday, I guarantee you, all of those songs that the choir sings are gonna be songs that they have remixed, up to date songs that are mainstream that are being remixed into gospel music. Like
Bruh.
they do it all the time.
Real talk. And this ain't even got to be no church conversation, but like just honestly, that is the problem with church and Christians.
I could do one right now.
They always, and I'm putting myself in there, but I'm saying this is just real. Like everybody trying to do church the way your grandma did church. It ain't 1980, bro. Like your grandma been saved for 50 years. Like
1964.
that
I'm
ain't-
not trying to hit no.
this ain't reaching this ain't reaching your nephew. Like your nephew just walked
I'm
out
not
here.
going to no river.
Okay.
I'm
I
mean, your
not
cousin.
laying my woes down by the river right now.
That ain't reaching your cousin.
I'm not.
But if he see Kanye up there doing songs that he kind of like rock with, regardless of Kanye's intent,
His ears are open.
his ears are open to hear something else. And that's the thing. It's like all you got to do is open up the door, bro. Like you open up the door and let somebody else figure out everything else. Like people be so quick to like, no, Kanye trying to play God. What?
I felt that though. 'Cause I went to church yesterday.
Shout out to you. How was that? How was that for you?
I'm about to tell you. So
Go.
it was an old nigga up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a disconnect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't hit you.
Nah.
He wasn't talking to you. No, real talk. He wasn't talking to you.
Like, cuz talk about how he almost got lynched in 19 whatever. Like, all right, dog.
You probably ain't even seen no lynch, bro. I mean, but that's real though. Like real. That's real. Like, bro, you trying to connect to grandma. Grandma been saved, bro. You got 21-year-olds in this whole crowd, and you ain't said nothing to impact them. But you talking about, y'all need to pull your pants up. Bro, that's how they wear their clothes, bro. Talk about something else.
I've been trying to hit my pops with that, but he kind of cool because he got me or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, this ain't when you was young in the 70s, dog. Like,
yeah, if it was up to you, we'd be playing basketball and fucking coochie cutters.
I mean, that's real though.
If it was up to who?
If it was up to them,
like you just said, like old school mentality,
old school shit. Like they
still
why
with
the
chucks
basketball pants so long and big? How you gonna move in those? Like just old people, old head shit. I ain't say old people, old head shit.
Well, once you done reach that age and you been living a certain way for so long, it's hard for a nigga to tell you something different though.
It is, but it's also time to move to the side too,
right?
And that's a harsh reality.
Somewhere. That's
a harsh reality that people don't want to talk about.
Your opinion on anything that's happening right now is clearly null and void. It is not.
I wouldn't say null and void, but it's not.
It's skewed
for the masses. Is null.
Cause like what I was talking about, it wasn't all bad. Like it's still some gems you get for old people.
Fact.
Yeah, 100%.
But I don't know. It's kind of tricky because some people don't even get into they quote unquote calling till they're older.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too.
Like the presidents, like they not. We don't have old presidents besides like Barack and shit. Like
look at Bernie,
right?
Like, nigga old as shit.
It's kind of hard to tell him to step to the side.
I mean,
like,
well, we can't look at him now. God rest his soul, but nigga was old as shit
he
trying
did?
to run.
John McCain, yeah, he passed.
That's crazy.
Trump old as shit.
Cause I was just watching some shit like an old Steve Harvey joint. It was like during the first election with Barack and John McCain. He like, I'm not voting for his old ass. He don't look like he got a good 4 years in him. He got an old turkey neck and he was going in. Like, I know he died though.
Yeah,
he died
a while ago.
But yeah, I was watching I was watching a documentary. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but John Kerry he had like a little snippet in it. And, you know, it's just amazing to see, like, damn, you know, like, it had John Kerry and Maxine Waters in it. And it's like, you know, if you don't know, these people been in these politics for a very long time.
100%.
So I feel like if they can adjust or kind of see where the change is going, I feel like, you know, and I know it to each its own, but I feel like a lot of people should be able to adjust and adapt as well. Adaptability is key in life.
Right.
While we here, what y'all thought about the Revolt Summit panel? Killer Mike and
yeah, I was about to say that's the only one that I really saw.
That's the only one I didn't watch. I didn't watch the entire thing yet on YouTube.
And I really
clips.
only saw Killer Mike speech. Like for like 8 minutes he went off.
Yeah, he did.
It was a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Give us a recap.
I mean, it was a lot, bro. It was like, you know, hours
Very,
change.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You need to take some notes. You need a notepad.
I should have. Like,
yeah. I was gonna say, anytime Killer Mike and T.I. in the same vicinity, I feel like you need a little notepad.
What's old girl name who everybody on?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
She had like hella valid points, but she comes off like a bitch. So like it's not really received well. I don't think neither. Right. You know what I'm saying? And people ain't got it out their minds yet that she voted for Trump. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that's like her headline.
But a good portion of her points, like her whole delivery is
off.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm
good, nigga. You know that type of shit. So, but
I be having good points though.
I'm not denying that she had hella good points, but it was some of her points were about how our education system is down, and she find it's a problem that nobody really like is pushing that to the forefront, and kind of how she brought it back to slavery, how people not being able to read and say that if you enslaved the mind, you got them type shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, in California, 75% of the black children, or I can't remember. She said the males or the just children in general can't read. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a solid point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, hit that mic.
The other joint. See, we got a mic over it. The other point was about how to destroying the households. Right. How people get incentives for not being married with welfare and all that other joint, like shit we be talking about.
Yeah.
Like, she's not saying when I walked into the situation, I was expecting her to be like far left.
You was there?
No, I'm talking about like
I know,
when I really tuned in.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
I thought you was a black. My bad. I thought y'all had the plug.
What's going on, y'all? So I ain't got too much to say, but the thing about Candace Owens is she had a lot of good points, like you said. But I think the thing that throw a lot of black people off is the fact that she support Trump. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. People can't get that out of her mind, out their mind.
You know what I'm saying? But she had some great points. But I feel like Killer Mike, what I respect about Killer Mike is he brings both sides into balance. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes from a balanced standpoint of the whole situation.
So keep it a bean. I'm not like against voting for the most part, but the way he articulates shit, like people could have been telling me this shit for ages or whatever, but the way he articulates shit, I'm like, damn, that shit legit just changed my life. It hit you different,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eye-opening.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like it was certain parts where people like, old people say, "Oh, your ancestors died for you to do this, that, and the third." And some people like T.I. was like, "Yeah, I'm not." Even him, he was like, "I'm not doing this because my ancestors they died for this or whatever. I'm doing this shit for my future, for my kids, like in this, that, and the third." And Killer Mike was like, "Shit, I am doing it for my ancestors. Like that's a blood oath we got. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it the way he articulated the shit, like it."
I was just ready for Killer Mike to step in because, I fuck with Tip. He's one of my, favorite hip hop artists and, even elder spokesman of the hip hop community, today. Like I respect his word. But I was really ready for Killer Mike to step in because T.I. was really being kind of antagonist to me toward Candace.
He was. That's why. Exactly what I'm saying. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
You did?
On the way here, matter of fact.
Oh, Killer Mike did step in though.
Yeah.
He was kind of like the well-respected voice of the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
he was the mediator. I feel like
exactly because I'm the type of person. I feel like both sides have a point, and I want to hear the balance. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to hear the balance. You know what I'm saying?
But Killer Mike had me riled up. Like, man, y'all really just arguing about who got the best master.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Was hard.
Yeah, like, I was out here Saturday night driving, and I clicked on that clip. And it made me, like you said, it hit me a little different. Like it made me really feel like we out here arguing who's and that's all it is. Like, or the new face of the country, or that's really the new brand ambassador of the United States. Like that's all people are gonna see. That's all who we're gonna blame all these things on when it really starts. Like we said it on here before, locally and with yourself locally, and then you move outward, but.
My man, so I'm trying to burn both the houses down. I don't
Facts.
know what y'all talking
Kill
about.
your masters.
So,
and I agree with everything y'all said. I think ultimately a lot of it is grounded in fear. Like we scared to own our own. We scared to, like the average person is used to just being safe. Like that's the hardest part about entrepreneurship and trying to own a business, that you don't know what tomorrow looks like. But when you got a job, on the 1st and the 15th, you got a check coming.
Right,
regardless if you hate your job or not, you got a check coming 1st and 15th. When you take that away and don't know what's gonna happen, it's a hard reality for a lot of people.
And I'm not necessarily mad at those people. I mean, it took
it's balanced, bro.
It took all kind of shit for people just to even hop on, whether it was Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Like,
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, well, I was gonna say we just got to a point where people are saying, nah, fuck MLK. Not saying that this is right, but we just getting to that point where people are saying like, nah, he had the wrong idea. But if you continue on Malcolm X's life past that point of him saying fuck white people, he eventually got to that same ground where it was like, no, like we all here, we all need to make some kind of, I'm still for my people, but we still gotta find some common ground if we gonna be here.
But and that's another thing. Everybody didn't like fuck with everything Martin Luther King had going on or what Malcolm X had going on. But shit so fucked up, you gotta rally behind somebody. And if they got some,
if they got some of your core values,
like some shit that you fuck with, I'm fucking with it. Like,
I mean, and honestly, they both, Martin and Malcolm, they both had the same agenda ultimately.
Facts. Yeah.
They just had different ways by going about it. And that's the beauty of life in general. Like, we can all get to the same destination regardless of how we want to get there. The problem is we can't agree that we go in different destinations. We can't agree that we doing different methods to get to the same destination. Right. Our problem is we beat each other up so much that we miss out on opportunities to like get to the destination together. Like, it's like this, right? Like, the world is a big place. The world is a huge place. Everybody can't rally in one room and make it happen. But if you got people in these different pockets doing stuff with the same agendas, if we got like an underlying saying like, look, what we want to do is own, if the main agenda is like own our own, right? If you got your pocket of people saying like, look, bro, the way we going to do it is we going to go and do it this way. If Chiane be like, the way we going to do it, we're going to do it this way. If I do it, we can have 3 different methods, but if our agenda is saying that we're trying to own our own, we're going to eventually get a group of people to get to the main goal.
But that's why the LGBTQ community is so strong.
Don't forget
because I'm going to miss some letters. I'm sorry. Y'all shit's long as shit. We only got black. We just got B. Y'all shit's long. Sorry. But I'm more than sure that's a lot of the reason why their agenda is always pushed and in the forefront and in the media, and they have because they know what they want. Even though all those groups want different things, they have one thing in common. And we can't ever seem to get on the same page about what we want.
Everybody has a different agenda.
That's
right.
It.
Even if they follow somebody, it's
that's
like
that's what I'm saying. But they still have that. I feel like at the end of the day, all they want is equality across the board with everything. Pay.
They be bullying niggas
They
too.
want the restrooms.
Black people don't know what we want.
We don't know what we want.
Too.
How those, like the Tariq Nasheed, the Umar Johnson, like they be beefing with each other. I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
But it's
beefing with each other.
But so I was gonna make a reach of a stretch. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, you go ahead.
I know you're sorry.
This your show, not mine.
Somebody go.
No, go ahead.
All right, so I'm just agreeing with my big brother Good when he said everybody have different pockets, because this is an example of a very radical brother that came from Chicago. He lives outside of the system. He gave up his Social Security and everything. Like, he live in the forest of Atlanta, basically. You know what I'm saying? But he bring up a good point to where he's a revolutionary, but other people might be what you call a
radical.
He's a radical, but I can't think of the word right now.
I know what you're saying.
But you know how we don't like, a lot of blacks don't like police officers, right? But he felt like he moved to Atlanta because he felt like there's solidarity. Because a police officer might understand your situation, even though he's working for the people. If he's come, like, so, okay, I'm going to give you an example. He went to, I think it's 7-9 over there in Little 5 Points. And he was trying to type on his computer to, get Wi-Fi, because he live outside of the system. So that's the only way he can get to Wi-Fi. And somebody complained about him being there, but a black officer was like, I know your situation, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a handle this, the situation where the manager is kind of coming against you. I'm gonna make sure you can get to stay here to get to your Wi-Fi.
Mediator. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mediator. But that's solidarity. You can have solidarity with a person that's not revolutionary, but that's operating inside of the system. You dig what I'm saying? If they get where you coming from, like the one time I went to it's a spot on Terra Boulevard, now is a Juicy Crab, but it used to be like a lounge or a tavern, and I left my license at home. When I walked in, the black officer was like, you know how these officers do to you when you don't have no license, bro? Go back home and get your license, and I'll let you in. That's solidarity, because he understands the struggle of what we going through, but he didn't use his position to suppress suppress me as a black man. Yeah. So even though he's operating in the system, he understands the solidarity standpoint. No, so people can operate in these different levels in the system or out of the system, but there's solidarity within it. You know what I'm saying?
I think ultimately the problem that we have as black people is that we scared, we terrified of truth, and we scared of like where we can be. And the other thing is you said what?
We don't trust each other.
That's a good one. We don't trust each other, and we just it's like we know what we got to do, right? We know that we got to come together ultimately to make any type of change happen, but we won't do it.
So I got a question.
We won't do it.
I know this is a very far reach, so forgive me if it sounds a little confusing. So y'all know how they always talk about the black family being split apart because slaves being sold from here, what family to what family. Y'all don't think that Africans from Africa feel a slighted way that we probably didn't fight hard enough to not come over here? Like there was no like rebellion. There was no fuck that, we not going on this ship. There was. This is just from I'm just saying, like it wasn't. Do you think it was not voiced enough to where it made a strong stand of like, we not fucking going with y'all on this boat?
From my understanding, and this is just from what I heard and what I read before, it was blacks selling, like blacks had slaves in Africa and they was selling them to. They sold them to the people to put on the boat.
Mm-hmm. Those are two different things.
Yeah,
so the blacks did have slaves.
Yeah.
I mean, Africans did have slaves or whatever, but it was kind of like they was working out debts or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't the same type of slavery.
And then the folks who sold each other to slavery, it was like selling up like rival tribes or whatever, or people they didn't like for real, for advancement, basically, whatever it might have been, like for weapons or you know what I'm saying, all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But they did have slaves, but it was like the work.
It was a different, kind of like what the white people did.
You owe me $600, so this a job, dog.
With the indentured servants,
because you was able to go home.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just as far as like, I know like
you working off your debts, like you coming here to work off your debts,
right?
Do what you got to do.
It's what the white people did when they came here and didn't have no food, clothing, or shelter, nothing basically. Indentured servants.
I hear your point. I think if I'm understanding
like, do you
clearly,
think that we could be resentful, like generationally resentful towards our own because of that? Because even when there is that one person, it's like it's not enough of us to stand up and fight for us. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, but also though we talking like we didn't fight. We fought.
No, I'm not saying that we didn't fight, but like
we fought. Like it wasn't like it wasn't trickery.
Yeah, I'm not saying we just lay down and took it.
Yeah, I mean we talking about years and years of like oppressed people and systematic things that happened. Like honestly, there was some trickery from the things that I've studied, but there's also on top of the trickery, there was just lack of education. But there was fight.
I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I don't think reparations is ever enough. I just think black people are always gonna have a different struggle and a different story to tell because of our history. Like I don't care what way you put it. Like it's just always gonna be different. Like I know people come from different places and they feel they type of way about what it is here and what we go through, and they feel like, oh, you could just work your job, and it's like, no, like we have other shit that we haven't even gotten over from years ago. It's
like this, right? Like sometimes, like I hear what you're saying, but also we got to keep in mind that we really talk about 2 or 3 separate things.
True.
Right, and so it's like, yes, we could have fought harder, but that doesn't negate the fact that it happened, right?
Right.
And so with it happening, a lot of things happened in slavery and the evolution of us as black people that got us to where we are now. Like that whole crab in the barrel syndrome, like that stuff really happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is that like a generational resentment?
I don't know if it's a generational resentment, but it is where we are now. And the thing is, it's gonna take generations to break what we are now. Like the thing is, ain't nothing that we trying to do now gonna happen overnight.
Right.
This is something that
probably ain't happen in your lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is,
I guess that's the thing. Like it's like it's like a double-edged sword. Like, when is it gonna happen?
The thing is, and I always say this, is like the problem that we have, and I'm not just gonna say black people, I'm just gonna say people in general, right? But I'm speaking because I'm black and I want us to do better.
Yeah,
the biggest issue that we have is that we don't care about what's next. So, right? Yeah. We live for ourselves.
I got
we don't live.
Too.
Let me get this out real quick.
We
don't live for no, it's cool.
Bro.
But we don't live.
Not my show, it's yours, my fault.
We don't live for our grandkids.
No, we don't.
We live for like we want to do what we want to do now. So we go and buy the rides, we go and buy the cars, we go and buy the jewelry, we go and buy all these things for us right now, and we don't give a damn about what our kids' life gonna look like. And we damn sure ain't think about what their kids' life gonna look like. It's things that we could do. It's like, and we've had this conversation, so we ain't got to dip and dive into it. But it's two things that black people can do that'll change the whole trajectory of their children: health insurance and life insurance, bro. And you rather go and spend $700 a month on a car note and not have health insurance and life insurance that can set up your kids for forever. We don't do that. We'll go and say like, no, fam, I got to go and have this. I gotta go right now and get the house and get a 30-year mortgage.
It's just
and don't even like the crib that I'm at.
So many things that's tied into that. Where it's like 20 different avenues you can go down to that.
Yeah, I got a point too, real quick, Black, real quick. So I don't think resentment helps for us, and this is the reason why I argue with my father about this all the time, because it comes back to the point where Good had a couple of minutes ago with us idolizing people, like our leaders especially, like. I think we learn better when we can critique where our leaders fucked up at. And then we learn and build upon that. Like, if I critique Malcolm X, my father would be mad because he idolized him. I'm like, okay, this is his misstep. Let's build from this. You dig what I'm saying? Like, even like, to me, Nipsey Hussle was a leader for our community. To me. Mm-hmm. So I watched the video of him getting killed because I'm trying to find out where his misstep was. It wasn't me being like into like watching just the visual of him getting killed. I'm like, where was his misstep? Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to build from that. His misstep is okay. So here's my opinion. So of course he didn't have his security that day, right? And he can't felons in LA and a lot of places, they can't have guns, right? So he had his homeboys employed. But I feel like if you have a plaza like that, you know what's going on, especially how police used to go against him, against his agenda. They was bothering him all the time, if y'all ain't know that. Why don't you hire security that always be at that plaza? That can carry guns illegally. That's where I see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they wouldn't be around.
Oh, you're right. That's true. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a systematic thing but also with all of that being said and done, right, we got to figure out, for one, we got to get educated on the system, right? Like, we think we be doing stuff, but we don't know all the ins and outs. So we got to get educated on that and find those loopholes. Like, white people know the loopholes, fam. Like, they know the loopholes.
My thing is this, though.
They know them, though.
I feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit. Like, we always look at the negative.
Right.
I honestly can say that I feel like we are going in the right direction. I feel like we are making steps.
Yeah.
It takes time, like, for us to even, like, a lot of people we're having this conversation. Mm-hmm. That panel with Killer Mike, that's
yeah, that was something.
That's progression.
Having these conversations, like, we are advancing. We do have black people in ownership and leadership positions. Like, let's build on our good instead of looking at the negative.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Yeah.
And let's focus on what we have and build on that instead of and I think that's our mindset. Like one thing I hate, one narrative I hate is that black people don't support black businesses. That's not true because there's
not true at all.
Black business going on.
Yeah.
People support my business. It might not be everybody, but I'm looking at the people that do
that
support
do, yeah.
Steve got on a shirt from my company right now. Like,
I see how you try to
Shameless
use that plug.
Yeah,
cool,
you seen the segue?
BlackStation.com.
Plug black man. But that's real though.
I also don't like the narrative of that. Like, everybody gotta be in this woke sense. Like, I always hated that fucking word, but I hate that because it's like, everybody not gonna be on the same page that you at, but as long as they're in the same book, like, show them a line and let them read it, and then let them figure out the rest. Like,
you
don't
just drop something just then.
Don't let them like. Oh,
you didn't even know she said something, Dylan.
We in the same book, not the same page.
We might not be
Reading
on
the
the same
line
page, but
and
we
let
in the
them
same
do what
book.
they want with it. Yeah,
That's
like
real.
I feel like you should.
Yeah.
We can't criticize everybody for doing that. Like for just not being where you are at that moment.
That's very true.
I hate that. I really hate that.
I think we definitely in agreement to everything y'all said. I think we still have to, unfortunately, right? And this is something that I've had to learn just personally. Everybody don't think like you, right?
Facts.
Like
they ain't got the same heart as you either.
Right, but I've learned in my life, right? Like I have an entrepreneurial mindset, so I would get frustrated at people that don't have that same mindset. Like for me, if it's on the calendar, it's done. It's on the calendar. But for everybody, like other people, like no, bro. Like I might have something that's a high priority in my life, but for me, it's like no, bro. If we gonna do it, let's do it.
Right.
So it ain't nothing for me to start over from scratch and do something because that's an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah, you can't
but
quit.
That ain't everybody,
right.
and that's a fault that I had. I looked at everybody as entrepreneurs. They're like, no, bro, somebody got to work for you, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's just how some people are wired. Some people are wired to be like, bro, I'm doing what I need to do for you, and from 9 to 5. After that, don't call me.
Right.
And that's just what it is. But you got to understand that.
It goes back to the point where everybody say everybody got to be leaders, but it can't be no.
Right.
You got to be followers if there's leaders.
Everybody ain't wired to be a
Because
leader.
everybody's not built to be a leader. Like some people are made like that's their niche. Like you like this set of rules.
And
you
it's
know
a
how shit
valuable
go.
niche too,
Yeah,
though.
it is. You know how shit go. You like shit going at a steady pace. You know what you like to do in your day to day. Like that's your shit. It may not be for everybody. That's your shit.
Leaders got to understand that they're leaders. Like
Right.
musicians, they always say, "I'm not a role model." You might not want to be a role model, but you are. These
You
people
are.
look up to you. Like
Right.
you gotta push certain shit out. Because if just like with the T.I. and Candace situation, even though she was saying some shit, he cut her off, and he has a bigger following than her. So
For sure.
I've been seeing everybody running like, yeah, T.I. this. They hopping on T.I. side, but they not listening to her. Like,
But then they're also,
as a leader,
but
you
that.
gotta be able to be a better leader. And be like,
But that also goes back to the conversation we talked about clickbait and things being hot and you only seeing 30 seconds of it. That whole summit, that whole conversation that they had was what, an hour and a half long?
Hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, so it was like you take 30 seconds out of that and you don't get those other minutes, you miss that. And people aren't good. The other thing is people aren't going to go and research that. Like, you're not going to go and do it.
She called him out on that, too. Like, she like, you really destroying the conversation.
She did say that.
Because you hopped at the first couple words I said.
Right.
I haven't even made my point yet.
She did.
I ain't make my point yet.
She did.
That's because what you came out was some bullshit.
Yeah.
The crowd
And that's,
crazy.
yeah, and that's,
You feel
yeah.
me?
But that's the clickbait of it. But
And she kind of shut down after that, too.
yeah, it makes for good content, but overall, when you have a panel like that and you're trying to get a point across, that was obviously strategically planned because all these people don't agree. Obviously, they don't have the same, they don't have the same beliefs or and voter and everything. So it was planned that way. But that should have been something that was moderated a little better. That way we can get everybody's point across.
On some silly shit though, I seen it, but I ain't hear what he said. They said when they showed Diddy, he was in the crowd talking about some this bad boy or some shit, and they talking about some he's still trying to be all in the videos.
They panned it to him.
Killer Mike say Diddy probably gonna Diddy bop on the way out of here and all this other stuff, but he went into his point. But she does have like a bitchy attitude, but I get where it comes from because she's always been attacked, so she's always on the defense. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But she had solid points, like. But I do agree with what T.I. said. Like, how can you like? He might be doing certain things you saying,
but for the overall agenda of black people,
yeah. And how is he? How can you even get past the fact that he low key a racist? Like,
yeah.
One thing that I've learned though, that is super important that I feel that we don't hold a lot of weight. Sometimes, man, you don't need people around you who just gonna agree all the time.
Facts.
You need somebody who just gonna say,
you want to disagree.
I ain't rocking with it. Like, really, that's why I appreciate Lingo a lot, because like Lingo will challenge you on just the smallest thing. No, I don't like that. I'm like, bro, what you mean you don't like that? Then we go through, we process it.
Yeah.
He give me his side, I tell him my side, and if we don't agree, we just don't agree. But the key point is, if we don't agree, let people know that you don't agree. Like, we ain't got a lot of times what we do is like, we just be quiet, like, for the sake of like, all right, I ain't trying to argue with this fool, man. Like, just go and do your thing. Like, no, bro. Like, if you got a point, make your point. Articulate your point the best way you know how.
Yeah.
And even if you're wrong, learn from
like,
that.
or
being
let
wrong.
me be wrong. Yeah, let me be wrong. But I'm gonna tell you why I feel or why 100%. I think this particular way. Even if I'm wrong, let me have that moment to be wrong. Right. But I still want to get it off that and don't shut me down for it.
And my thing is, nobody knows everything, so I'm like, I would like a different opinion so I can. It might have a possibility for me to build on something.
Right.
I need
do
different
that shit
perspectives, bro.
I do that shit a lot. Like, I might agree with you, but I might argue with you too.
Just to see a point.
Nah, not to see their point. To make sure that point is good for both of us. Like, it's strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I might agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And I tell a nigga that after the fact, I was like, I just want to see what you're going to say and why you believe what you believe. Because it might have me thinking differently why I believe it.
Playing devil's advocate.
You know there's a word.
Niggas be thinking I'm crazy when I do.
But that's playing devil's advocate. And honestly,
that,
how I got started in doing shit like this.
Contrarian.
Okay.
Yeah, facts. How I got started in doing shit like this, like, I would have, like, shit at my house and it would just be a group of us sitting around drinking and smoking and shit, and we'd talk about shit like this. And I'd play devil's advocate, and I'd just be like, well, no, I don't really agree. And then they'd explain it to me, and I'd be like, that makes sense. And then at the end, you gotta, tell them how you feel. I be telling my pops
that. I'm like it be certain stuff he might say that I might agree with, but because he a preacher, like, you're around people who already agree with you, but they'll never challenge why they think how they think.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're not being challenged anymore. Like, challenge yourself, like, be like, damn, is this the right way of thinking? Like, it probably still is at the end of the day, but if you're not getting challenged by that shit, like, you just going along with the...
That's the
100%.
thing. We have to just you have to look at the logic of this. Like, take the emotion out. Like, one thing I learned is a saying, I'll separate the people from the problem. If you take the person out and just look at the problem, you're going to look like, okay, this shit is wrong. It don't matter who's delivering this message, but this shit is wrong or this shit is right.
Right.
Like, no matter who's delivering the message.
Right.
Yeah, that emotion, man, be having us like, it be having us going in all the wrong directions, bro. Yeah. All the wrong directions.
That's why I feel like Candace Owens had a point, too. When she said...
Who said what?
Candace Owens. That's where I feel like she had a point, too, about black people with... siding with Democrats when she said it's culture, it's not logical. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not thinking logical a lot of times. It's just that what we are attached to based on
black people vote Democrat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I agree with her completely, but that statement right there is like we just go with culture instead of,
Well, that's bringing it back to the Kanye shit. That's what a lot of people going off now. You going off that emotion of music and church and God, and that's not what. If you take that person out of it and have somebody just going in there with a choir, it's just a nigga with a choir. Mm-hmm. Like if you take the emotion out of it being Kanye West and all his, it's just a nigga with a choir. If niggas was in Paris, why a nigga can't have a choir?
That's real though. That's really real, man. What do you think?
We got him.
What's his agenda?
Let's go. So no.
Come on, King, talk your shit.
So what do you think? What do you think is agenda? First, and I want you to get this point out all the way before we all.
Yeah, I won't interject.
Really, it's just to get the people back because the people ain't fucking with him like that. So that's all. He knows niggas ain't gonna go against religion.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the emotional aspect of it.
Niggas coming for your top.
That's why I feel like it taps to the.
Come on, Vandal.
Do we really know?
He doesn't.
What do you know?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
What he's saying is you don't know if he's plotting to get people back on his side. You're going off of how you feel about
this is when the cancer
situation.
part of me wants to like scream, but I can't.
Why he call his song Jesus Walks?
Why do he call his song Jesus Walk? So
But
why can't So no, I'm saying with that being said, why can't this be a good thing that he's doing?
But how do you know he was in? How are you going to determine what somebody would have been did if they was in the right space or mindset to do so?
he's in.
But that wasn't the context of that song. Did you listen to the context of the song?
It's all emotion. I mean, it really is.
I don't
no, because you
care.
You're tied.
The dope record, I'll still fuck with him. I just don't, what he told.
No, we don't know. That's what we asking.
So okay, so what did he talk about that you didn't like? And we're having a conversation. Okay, so let's separate the two things, right? Let's separate the two things. You didn't like Kanye's approach with Trump, right? That's valid. What does his approach with Trump got to do with Sunday service? Let me just ask you that.
What they got to do with God? What if he still love the Lord?
Let's keep it basic. What does Kanye West's relationship with Trump have to do with Sunday service?
He did it after the backlash of what he got, so he had to think of something.
So let me ask you this: what if he did Sunday service first and then he did Trump thing second?
I mean, okay. Then
what's the difference?
Then we would see the reaction on what he's doing when he's doing the Sunday service.
What?
I don't understand what you mean by that.
We would see the backlash, or if people fuck with him, if Sunday service was still successful after he did that.
So
okay, I get where you going.
I don't, because he was at the top, like he was already like there, like you know what I'm saying. You said he's doing it because he's
trying to get in good graces.
Yeah, he's trying to get back in. He done died down. He's trying to get back in good graces.
Why did he put
you
out
might
records
not
then?
You might not be wrong in your thinking with that, right? But here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand, right? We have to get to a point where we can separate the two things. Right?
Separate what?
Separate the two things. I don't care who he like. I like his music.
Oh, so then we could separate R. Kelly from his actions.
I personally think you can, but at the end of the day, you still gonna make an emotional decision.
You're supposed to, right?
You're supposed to,
right?
No, you're right.
I agree with you.
You're
100%.
supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But like that's, I mean, we are as people. That's a default that people have. At the end of the day, what Kanye do with Trump? If he would have did that behind closed doors? What's the difference?
We wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Right.
And the only reason why you care because of the emotion is tied to Kanye. If Kanye would have supported Trump and didn't say not one word, would nobody be thinking about nothing. But the action is still happening. If he's still supporting Trump and didn't say a word vocally, he's still doing the action of supporting Trump.
Right. So
because he got on camera and said something, now we're emotionally upset about that.
Yeah, nigga, you
it's
crazy.
Emotion. That's all it is. It's emotion. But if he would have supported Trump, gave money to Trump, and just did it anonymously and didn't say anything, we didn't know about it. But guess what? It's still the same action.
But some will argue that God is love, and what Trump perpetuates isn't the love of what God should have for the world, of what a person should have for the world of other people. And that's why they don't fuck.
Do y'all think Trump gonna win again? Do y'all think that?
Possibly.
But forgiving what aspect?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
I mean,
just to the point of forgive people. People being
can you
flawed.
Forgive
like
somebody,
he's flawed. Like
he's flawed, but can you forgive somebody for continuing a fucked up action?
I mean, you can't change that, but I can't be mad at or be resentful. Against you because that's how you are.
True,
you feel me?
But if this is something dealing with policy, then what?
What you mean?
All right. So it's just an argument. I don't particularly believe this. I'm just saying this. People believe that the way that he's tearing apart the families of immigrants is not godlike. It's not of love. It's not the American way because we're welcoming and all this shit. And people believe that because of that, that is not a way of God, and they don't believe that is the Christian way to do things, and they don't like him for that. Mm-hmm. You can say forgive him for his actions, but if this is something that he's continuing to do, and this is his policy to govern the United States, how can you forgive that? How can you forgive somebody that's sending the message to hate people and to tear apart families? How can you forgive that?
I think at that point, you forgive him and then you just move on. Like at the end of the day, I don't have to keep dealing with Trump. Like, you feel me? It's just that, nigga, I'm done with you and bam. I forgive you for being who you are. I'm gonna let God. If I'm a God fearing person or I'm a believer, I'm gonna let God handle you. It's not my job to change who you are.
But yeah, I think she's using hate too, because Trump don't even hate these people. It's business to him.
Well, yeah, of course.
See,
of course.
This why I struggle. I don't struggle with the word forgive, but a lot of people, I feel like they have different definitions of forgive. So I'm like, for me, forgive is I don't hold it in my heart that I hate you. I'm just like, I see what you on. I'm just moving on. I don't. It doesn't mean like I accept what you did. I'm just like, it's not in my heart to hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. In my mind, I'm like fuck Trump. I'm like fuck Trump, but it's not an emotional thing to me. I'm like, I really just don't fuck with Trump. Everybody else, a lot of people that say fuck Trump, it's still in their heart to always talk about that motherfucker. I don't really like that motherfucker, so I'm like, I don't even talk about him.
And you know, ultimately,
you know what I'm saying?
to add to that point, ultimately, when you get to the point of like how people feel about Trump, you're basically doing the exact same thing Trump doing.
Right.
Like, you know, not what you said.
I know what you're saying.
Perpetuating that.
When they like, oh no, I hate
energy,
what he doing. I was like, well, you doing the same exact thing, and we not getting anywhere. We both going back and forth on some hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the end result of that? Right? Do I like what Trump is doing? No. You know, but it's like this, right? Hey, like a lot of stuff presidents was doing.
Yeah,
if we want to be honest, like, and then if I want to be very honest, I don't even know half of the stuff that they doing.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm like,
To be completely honest, Trump is really just a scapegoat.
That's what I was saying earlier. He's just the brand ambassador. He's just the brand ambassador for the United States.
Who is this vice president?
Pence, Mike Pence.
We don't hear nothing about Pence. Like,
bro, you want to know the difference between
just the one, the messenger.
You want to know the difference between Trump and all the other presidents?
Trump is out there talking about it.
He got a bigger presence on Twitter.
No, and I was gonna say, and he was a whole celebrity before that.
He's in the social media era.
That's what I'm saying.
Obama was the first social media president.
That's what I'm saying.
True, but Trump was also a full-out celebrity, but prior to
all of
Reagan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Celebrity.
No, I mean to the point where he went through the whole reality show era. Like he did, like this person was a face prior to all of that.
Like besides all of that, what Black said is really the reason why this is such shock value is because we're seeing this for the first time.
Facts.
Trump is reacting in real time, and guess what? The reason why it feels awkward is because we haven't seen presidents do that. But guess what? That's what we've been doing for the past 10 years is reacting in real time. Tweeting, retweeting. That's social media. We are doing stuff in real time. So now the presidency is just caught up to real world what we doing on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
And this ain't
that's
even
why,
half, bro.
that's why I believe in House of Cards.
We only seeing 30%.
I said it yesterday. This season 45 of the White House.
It is.
Facts. Yeah.
I promise you, if they put out a reality show like that, I'd watch it.
I got into it. I ain't finished.
Yeah, same here.
I believe all that shit be going on. They be out here killing niggas and all that type of shit. Let us say some crazy shit. The internet will stop working and all this old crazy shit.
No, bro,
speaking of which, y'all, this is a really good segue. So y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but I recently talked about my best friend Tashada Rose moving to Haiti to do a 2-year Maboule to do a 2-year run as a teacher out there. And just the things that she's been telling me about, like, their government system and how corrupt it is. Like, even though shit is fucked up over here, I'm not saying that it's bad or that it's any less worse, but I completely understand. Outside of her, but just because she's living in it, and I talk to her often. But even from other people, like, when you hear their stories about what their government does and the things that they do and don't have, the money that they make, like, a month. I mean, just little things like sanitation. Like, they have their sanitation trucks only come once every 5 to 9 months. That's crazy. So imagine you living somewhere and all your shit is just outside for 5 to 9 months at a time.
That's why no matter what, all this crazy shit that go on here, I love America.
No,
trash get picked up every 5 months.
5 months is if they lucky. Not the way
y'all let the whole year go by for trash.
But the thing is, they don't have their government is so corrupt that they don't have things like sanitation workers. They don't have like even they don't have universal health care, but they like their healthcare system is the way I slipped the disc in my back, I would have to go pay for that prior to me going to the doctor. And if I didn't pay for it, they would have sent me to jail until I paid that debt off. So it's when I was on the phone for like 3 hours stuck, but it made me really realize like I get why this place is a safe haven for a lot of people. Yeah, for a lot of people, and it's like
real, though.
And I know and I get shit's fucked up. I'm not saying that our police officers aren't corrupt. I'm not saying that either, but it's like when you come from some shit like that, nigga, I wish
a breeze.
We got the freedom to talk shit. Exactly. Yeah. Or not even.
Yeah, it's a place where you can't even talk about the government.
Yes,
bro.
I'll go even deeper. The president,
they running up in the crib.
The president has the chance to like fuck all y'all shit up and then just dip out of the country. Because if he don't, the civilians are gonna kill you. Like they have that advantage. So it's just different. Like when you even like just drive and live, hearing people from India talk about, you like, yeah, you can go get your master's and your bachelor's from over there, but your chances of getting a job and making that money over there and living a successful life without being killed, it's fucked up. So I say that to say, like, I know we are not arguing, but I know we're having a discussion about things are being fucked up over here. But I don't want us to take that for granted that we do have a platform owned by a black man to say these things in this country. Like that for a lot of people is a blessing in itself to 100%. Be able to say that.
That's real right there. We don't round of applause, man. Hold on. Oh, that's good.
That was the culture of the Culturally Ratchet podcast.
Yeah, no. This whole episode been cultural, to be honest with you. Like, but no, I think these conversations have to be had, and they have to be had more often because,
for sure,
people need a platform to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have these conversations in certain places. Older people might looking at you like, bro, well, you know how it is. Like older folks just think like you don't know what you're talking about because you ain't lived enough life. You too young to know what you're talking about. And younger people be like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm trying to go to the club tonight. I ain't got time to hear all. But we got to find a balance. We got to figure out a way to reach the middle. We got to figure out a way to reach the middle where the old folks listen to us, but also the young folks are saying like, bro, you know something? I ain't never thought about it like that.
It's really a thing of just judgment. Having a judge-free zone where you can say those things without somebody going, you ain't lived enough life yet, because you really don't know what the fuck I've been through.
Right.
Or without me saying you don't know what you're talking about because you're old, because you've lived a lot more life than me. So having those honest and hard conversations in a setting where it's judge free. You can just talk.
I feel that definitely because like even when we was talking about the voting shit or whatever, if you say you ain't fucking with the voting, niggas already hit you with the lean back in the squint. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So you already lost me already, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Like
huh?
You gonna hit you with the lean back in the squint. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like to be in the space to have that conversation.
Hey, you know what I think though? Like to Lingo, you say you vote?
I'm about to start voting.
Hey, the piggyback off.
Do my. Don't do me that.
No, real talk. The piggyback off of Lingo though. I think when somebody asks a question that seems like why, you know, what do you mean you don't the lean when you feel like you about to give somebody a lean back and squint response, just say why.
A non-verbal.
Yeah. No, just say why, because if that opens up conversation and like I can't judge this man off of something that
once a nigga hit you with that lean back, now you on the defense.
You on the defense.
So the whole conversation you defending some shit.
Yeah. But that's why, bro, why you feel that way?
That's why I said to have a space. Like if we just said we gonna have like no judge zone today, and y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. Like if a girl came in and said she fucked 50 niggas in one night,
hilarious.
Can I be 51?
No judge zone.
Yo, why on the ballot paper ain't no like a blank where we could write whoever out? You can.
We can start that here actually.
Hold on, say that again now. What?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's you ain't voting.
Wait. Ain't no paper. It's on computer. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but
Yeah, they still
when
have
you get
that
there, when you
option.
click in, they'll have like right
Did you
in.
vote the last term? I'm questioning you, King.
Click on right in.
Not right. I'm with him with that.
We
shit.
need our own party.
Word.
But
Hip-hop is the party.
But
already.
that goes back to the thing of
I was just
not.
about to ask you what the party gonna be.
But that goes
Hip-hop
back
is
to
the
not
party.
knowing. Like we have to have a clear cut, just like Killer Mike. We have to have a clear cut agenda of
And we
exactly
should
what
say
we
him.
want, even if we all don't agree with the minor details. As long as the overall agenda is okay, we can deal with the details later. Cause that's when you can go off. That's like the LGBT. They got their own shit. The G got their own shit. The T got their own shit. Cool, but they
sound
all
like you
got
watch Dave
one
Chappelle.
concise agreement that they want.
Y'all vote. Oh, okay, God bless.
You 18 yet?
Why you did? Why you?
My bad. My bad.
Bro, why you ain't never voted? Hit the mic.
Right. True.
Oh,
Oh shit! Yeah, that too.
this your first vote coming around?
For president, hold up though. Let's keep it real. For president,
Oh yeah,
You
the
can
locals, the local. Yeah. Go off, King.
What's that back up? Why you ain't vote?
Hilarious.
No, I'm saying I'm with you. Like, why you ain't vote? Like,
Shoot, I wasn't registered. I just wasn't think about it. That's all.
why?
I don't know. I don't be into politics like that.
Okay.
so it went.
Yeah.
It went on the top of his priority list.
Yeah.
What do you feel can make it be on the top of your priority list?
Yeah, it gotta be somebody that like.
Look like you and all that, right?
Hey, don't give him the answer, bro. I
No.
want to
Yeah,
hear
I
what
want to
he
hear.
I was
from
trying to
you.
hear him say yeah, like.
Cause I'm slick in the
I get
same.
it.
I ain't vote for nobody but Obama
Well,
the first time.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, is
I
it
just
not?
gotta-
Do you feel like it's not like as visible to you? Like it's not as seen as much as you think it should be for you to be a little conscious about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you feel like the government doesn't affect you?
it do. It affect everything we do, but I mean, not me personally. So that's why I just don't be into it like that.
Okay, God.
He had a point in his life where he don't care about it. Like it don't.
I think what I mean, not to answer for him, but I like at that point in my life, like even just a lot of shit, like if they not speaking my language, it's just kind of foreign. Like even when I be watching like the debate, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck are they talking about?
Right.
That's,
Like,
and
you
that's
feel
true.
me?
And that's
Right.
true. I was gonna say
Right.
that.
I mean, not
that's
just to be
very
honest,
true.
like, and it's just like I
Very
can't
true.
if I'm not able to comprehend it, or not saying I can't comprehend this shit, but if
No, I
it's
know what
just
you're saying.
It'd be certain policies. That's
yeah,
like,
like
the, fuck
the
are we talking
messenger,
about?
the messenger. It's the
Yeah.
messenger. Like you
I
feel
was
me?
just talking about with the church shit.
Yeah,
100%.
Or
This
church
is
stuff.
my thing too. I never voted. But I registered the first time Obama ran, and I just didn't get a chance to vote, and I wanted to at that time. But then I did some research about, the whole situation with the government and everything, and then I had a different perspective. It's not like I never would vote. It's just that I look into both candidates, and if it resonate with me, I'll vote for somebody. But if it doesn't, I don't. So it's like even with the situation with the GA governor race with Stacey Adams and Abrams, my bad, and old dude, whatever that motherfucking name is,
George
fuck
Kemp.
with
Warren.
Kemp. It's like when I was looking at Abrams' policies and everything, it's like
Screwing these nuts.
there's
Fuck.
I'm a liberal at heart, but there's certain conservative in me. So it's like there's certain things that I don't like. When she talk about taking away guns, I don't believe in that shit,
Right.
bro. I don't. So it's like my soul can't take me to the poll to vote for it, but if I don't believe in that shit, you dig what I'm saying? So I feel like the thing that bring me to the polls more so is what Killer Mike was speaking on. If we put up the money as a community to hold whoever's running accountable, that's when I'm more like
Do y'all think we'll benefit from like a dual governor system?
You said a what?
A dual governor system.
What does
No.
that look like?
You talking about two parties?
Yeah, where
No.
two parties kind of coincide and make a decision.
You want me to tell you something? That happens all the time. It's still happening. And you want to know this is the reason
Well,
why I say
okay.
that.
Mhm.
If y'all ever pay attention, right? Democrats.
Oh,
so like
God.
right now, right, there's a Democratic debate and there's a Republican debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after that debate is over with, no, but here, this is what I'm saying. After that debate is over with, and all hit the fan, and all the rounds of voting go, it turns to one Democratic candidate, right? So at this point, right now they all arguing at each other, saying that I'm the best candidate. So after all of this arguing, they all go and support the one person that wins. Then on the Republican side, the same thing happens. And then at the end, the president becomes the president, regardless if they Democratic or Republican. And then we all, in politics, they all support. Whether they don't agree on all of the policy, at the end of the day, they all work together as whoever's at the lead.
That's true.
Right. So it still happens. I see what you're saying. You talking about like two people on both sides.
Trump ain't. He said he ain't. This is how the gangster this nigga is. He ain't debating nobody. He said, "Yo, I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm not debating nobody." I said, "Yo, this nigga is crazy."
No, he don't not give crazy. A fuck. He's entertaining. He's playing to what Trump. The reason why Trump is so solid, is speaking to the language that everybody, no matter the age group, like. So guess what?
Understand.
Your grandma hate him because he reminds her of her oppressor when she was younger.
Yeah.
The middle-aged people be like, "Yo, I don't rock with this dude because," and some of them rock with him because they know him for his money. Right, but the young folks saying like, you know what? Oh, he's speaking my language. I feel the same. I ain't debating with none of y'all. You know, he reaching everybody at one time by just being Trump.
Yeah, definitely.
He was a celebrity.
The shit was hilarious to see that shit.
He had a show. The celebrity. He had that show for a reason. Y'all are forgetting who this man is.
We just gotta get our power back. Speaking of power.
Oh, y'all didn't talk about it?
Not yet.
Oh my God! I'm gonna just say Ghost going crazy. Ghost going crazy.
And
Ghost going crazy.
I haven't seen the episode
killed me. That shit was
2 or 3.
That Angela shit was killing me.
The whole
that shit was
Ghost joint. The whole. Why?
That he loved her. He loved her.
He
loved her.
You ain't watch it.
Oh, spoiler alert, bro! You gotta go. You gotta go to the other side, bro.
Oh, you ain't seen it? You gotta put them headphones.
Yeah, you gotta put them headphones on.
It's Monday, dog.
It's Monday, dog.
What the hell? What the hell you didn't like about this shit, dog?
She dead, bro. Bye, like. Yeah, it's over, like,
it's
man.
In his head, dog.
So hold on, what happened? Cause I'm lost.
The title of the shit is called Why didn't you kill Tommy?
And that's so corny. Like, you didn't kill Tommy, you killed me. Like, shut up, bro. Like, I mean, I get it, but it's like it's cheesy.
It's kind of like cheesy. Rationalizing his reasoning why shit is going on right now.
It's cheesy, bro.
I felt like
that whole episode was cheesy to me. Even Proctor shit was cheesy to me. Like,
what was it when he let her die?
He set up his baby mama so he can get cut. That shit was cheesy. No, he did that. He sent that letter. That was the letter he put in there.
You're right. I'm about to say that, but they setting it up. This is how it's all gonna go.
Go ahead, bro.
Proctor is gonna be the one that's gonna get caught up.
They trying to fry his ass.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get caught up to where it's like now he got to tell Ghost and them like, listen, this is what they gonna kill that dude, the cop that's doing all this shit.
Sex.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta pop his ass.
Oh, he's going.
He's a goner.
Yeah, he's a goner, and then. What? Yo, they got his daughter. What you expect? You gotta think how he's thinking. Yo, they got my daughter. I'm gonna play both. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I gotta do.
Why is he? I'm with you on like previous episode, but why this one? Like, why is Drake Lee on this one?
I
got to play both sides of the fence.
No, bro. I feel that, but I already just don't fuck with Drake. That's on some emotional shit.
Oh shit!
I just
don't talking about this.
I just don't fuck with Drake.
Yeah, we just
nigga was a spokesperson.
This ain't real life.
Logic over emotion, nigga. You need a T-shirt with that.
I'm human. So.
Oh, now you human. Go off.
But no, I don't know, man. I just don't really. This shit is just getting super cheesy to me. This last episode was just super cheesy to me. Like,
it ain't Snowfall.
That's the great show of television right now.
Somebody made a good point too. Like, Power was good at one point too. Like, you feel me?
That's what I was about to say. Black getting caught up in the social media nonsense, what they be talking about. That's all that.
You like this shit extra heavy? You defending because you from New York?
Hilarious.
I ain't really seen that on social media.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Nah. You don't fuck with the Snowfall?
Yeah.
You like?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. Nah, I haven't watched it since season 2.
So you like Power better than Snowfall?
I mean, I haven't watched it.
I like that gangster shit, dog.
I didn't understand. Like, I was kind of confused. Maybe I gotta watch it again, but I was kind of confused how they ran back the situation of bringing Shorty out of jail. He shot at Tommy and them. That shit.
I thought that was the whack part, the fake part about it. Like they broke some in the feds and all that crazy. That was crazy. Last episode, but then it's television. Yeah,
that was the last
it's like it's
episode.
television.
It is
Come on,
television.
I said
God.
that shit.
Come on,
what you
God.
just said, though?
When he remember he shot at Tommy and then Lorenz Tate, his people brought him into like how did that come back? Like
No, that's government shit.
What you mean? How did it come back?
I'm saying it's like from my understanding, like I said, I might have to watch it again, but it's like they replayed the scene. They went back to that scene where they busted the chick out.
No,
Yeah,
you tripping? You was high.
They was going. Nah, they was going. They was going. They was going to pick up.
Nothing to do with that shit.
They was.
He was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Bro,
know.
I got you right now, bro.
Yeah, they was going to pick up.
During
Work.
that part, he asked Tate to shut down the block because he heard from the whoever Jason. What is he, Serbian? What is he?
Right.
The Serb.
Serb,
Is he Serbian?
Serbian. Yeah.
Cool. Ghost heard from his goons when they came talking about the money and shit. Like, I need that payment, and he was like, "You need to lower the payments and shit like that." You remember that part in the office? He overheard them folks say, "Man, let the black nigga live. We got to go fuck with Tommy because he got to drop tonight." So when he heard that shit, he went and told Lorenz Tate. He was like, "Yo, could you shut off a block?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, why?" And he was like, "Shit, I just need this done or whatever." And he was like, "You ain't gonna do some shit that's gonna come back on me." And he was like, "No." Tate knew, so he had two undercover, not undercover, but off-duty police officers follow him. So once the block was shut down, they rode the ambulance. Like, you know what I'm saying? They still had the ambulance on hand. So they rode the ambulance to get past the traffic and shit. And then that's
how we look when y'all be talking about sports.
Shit.
Oh, you ain't fucking with it? I thought you fuck with it, guy.
No.
I thought you fuck with Power. He ain't fuck with Power.
No, I just
He haven't seen the episode yet. But how you was looking at the game is how we look.
Oh no, really? I was looking.
But the way he broke Lorenz Tate down,
that's how we look.
talking like nigga,
Nigga, yeah. He's like,
don't think you got a one up on me, like nigga, I'm saving your ass,
right?
For real,
yeah,
like.
cause they'll kill you like it's nothing.
Another thing that's pissing me off, like this bitch Tasha really go like she going for anything. Like
She a freak. I thought
she just met this nigga like.
So what did she do? What did Tasha do?
She fucking anything walking.
No, you go ahead.
No, I'm saying, cause it's a whole new relationship
She
type
was
shit.
about to,
It
but-
just happening in this episode.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I thought we established this in season one. Like, what are we talking about?
I
Like,
mean, I feel you.
she's
but
fucking, dog.
This shit is ridiculous.
I ain't bashing her, bro. She's out here
This
fucking.
shit
is
is ridiculous, bro.
This nigga is
She's
appalled.
fucking,
hold on.
And Tasha,
Wait.
bro, how you gonna be
Wait.
so?
You don't know nothing about like that?
Y'all gotta remember.
They fucking, dog. Like, what you
Wait.
got? She needs some emotional.
But wait,
she needs
y'all
some dick.
gotta remember.
That nigga said this shit is
Y'all gotta
ridiculous.
remember why she's like that, though. Y'all gotta remember why she's like that.
Go ahead.
Ghost, nigga. All the shit Ghost done did. So now,
But he was madly in love with these bitches.
Angela and then the one chick.
right, when he was trying to do the shit. Right. And he's probably gonna fuck the
What
bitch
model
in the
chick?
office.
Oh, that wasn't no model. I mean, she is a model. Fancy. From the Jamie Foxx show. The old
Oh
lady.
damn,
And
she
he's
was.
probably gonna
I
fuck
watched
the
the
other
show.
bitch that. He's probably.
I mean, and not for nothing, he was madly in love with Angela, so that's
Right,
fucked
so you
up.
gotta-
Like,
you
I'm
can't
fucking
cancel
off.
that
If
one.
I'm
Cancel that
Tasha, I'm
example.
fucking off.
You can't really be mad at her because she's fucking.
It's well, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't even tripping off this last one because it's kind of like she's trying to find a new life,
Right.
a new identity,
Right.
and so basically, now hold on, basically, she like her man is part of her identity, and like she ain't got one now, so she all alone type shit. She's fucking anything that wink at her.
But she held.
I need the link, bro. So my plug ain't working no more.
H, my plug ain't working. My plug ain't working.
You trying to get a peek at them areolas? I know what's going on, bro. You trying to see what that boxing though?
Gross.
I just heard the tail end. I ain't catch what the beginning.
Yeah, my
part.
nigga say he trying to get on season 7. He get on. He look like Drake.
This is the last season, though. This is the
No, they doing the season 7. They doing the
No,
spin-off.
you
So he got the
stupid.
star power. Drake got the star power.
Yeah,
He
they doing
get
the
on.
spin-off.
So it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be power.
Oh no, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna stay around. Somebody will be recurring that ain't the kid. I know they'll have somebody.
Tommy.
You stealing from Tommy and shit. Like,
Yeah.
He trying to do anything to survive, dog.
They doing some reckless shit. Like,
Yeah, he too flashy with it, bro. He got the jewelry on and shit.
chain.
Like, got the little baby Cuban link on. Like, come on, dog. Watch out.
He upstate. He like,
You got the whole supply in the dorm room.
Oh man, he out here in the college with
Yeah,
it.
bro.
It's an easy way to get
He
caught.
at a prep school.
A nigga the RA gonna check that shit, rent your ass out.
the white boy is Tommy. He a goofy Tommy. He ain't this.
Yeah, he ain't thug. He ain't no thug.
Yeah, they young.
He got us some cutty though. He got us some draws.
Who, Tariq? Oh, the white boy. The girl.
Yeah.
He had some job before.
Shot him with the big lips.
The officer.
That was wrong.
It came off mad
That
wrong
shit came
too.
off bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
was-
She got some big lips though. Like I
I
said
feel
it
you, but
again.
yeah. It's just
It came out wrong,
Yeah.
bro. Like ain't nothing wrong with some big lips, man. It's like a good forehead, big forehead. Like I like them too.
yeah.
You don't like big forehead, girl? Wow. That's a real one.
You got look.
That's a real one.
You still got to look at them, guys. I got
Nigga, what's wrong with a big foot?
all of
You
them
know
ain't
what?
pretty, man.
You,
All of them ain't pretty.
I ain't either. I'ma relax.
You don't got a big forehead. You good. You good.
She got a forehead.
You gonna lie? Like,
Nah, see, when
You ain't
I
gotta
see
lie.
a big forehead, let me see. Nah, nobody ain't got one. But now that we brought it up, it's gonna be a sign one day. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just give a little tap to show y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
She got a forehead, bro. Is there nothing wrong?
I know,
with it,
bro. I got a forehead. I could tell. I can Eminem myself right now. I have a big forehead. I have a lazy eye. I got really big titties and not a lot of booty. But I'm very intelligent and I'm confident and I'm very pretty.
And you got some good skin too.
And I got good skin.
That shit be
I
glowing.
I got real good skin.
See y'all in my business, dog.
I was like, "Saw Lingo about to go and do the rundown. Go ahead."
Nah, I won.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's my Eminem. That's my B Rabbit. Me B Rabbiting
I
myself.
hear you hit that 8 mile just then.
I
We
did.
going into the snowfall real quick. I know we gotta wrap up pretty soon. Yeah, the finale of Snowfall.
That shit went by
like
quick.
It was
But I
just-
feel like it went by really quick.
It was definitely a different episode, but I put it like this. I was watching knowing that it was gonna be a different episode, so I had my guards up watching it. You know what I'm saying? I feel if I wouldn't have been told that it was gonna be a different episode and
You would've
watched it, it
been-
would have
yeah.
threw me off.
Okay.
But like I went in, already had the lens. Like, okay, I'm looking at this different. You feel me?
Hey, what fucked me up? Almost was like a little tearjerker for me too. When that strange fruit came on.
Oh yeah.
That's always a soul. That's one of those
But,
hit you in your chest.
You know,
where
some
you feel.
people they might sample it or they might play just the hook part and let the song ride.
Yeah, they let it ride.
Yeah, it's
like,
different.
That shit be himmy. Like
Now the soundtrack make a difference in the show, bro.
I was talking that to my
listen.
dog. I was like, it ain't as gutter as like The Wire to me, but it's still gutter. Like, but the soundtrack is everything. Like sometimes I even like have to put it over The Wire. Sometimes when I be looking at it, you know what I'm saying. I don't be trying to get caught up in the moment, but sometimes I be
It's
like,
a good show, man.
damn, it's a good ass show.
Good show. It's good writing, and the one thing that I respect about Snowfall is that they don't do what's expected. They do what would happen in real
The
life.
life. Okay.
You feel me? Like that's good writing. Like on some, I'll say probably the scene with when he corrected old boy. Like this ain't the finale. This was one where he corrected Leon. This was the episode before that.
When that was in the car.
In the car. That's a real life scene, bro. Like that's something where that's your homeboy. So you let your homeboy.
You never seen it? That part?
I ain't never seen none of it.
Oh wow.
I'm say.
Thank you. I don't feel that bad.
Well, since you ain't never seen the show, I'm gonna just send you that little clip, and that shit hit, dog.
It's good.
Like, it got like some Denzel vibes.
Yeah.
So like I rewind that bitch like 6 times. Like
But like that scene where he did he
Yeah,
didn't correct his partner in front of the other guy. He was like, yo, I'm riding for my family. But when he got in the car, the course correction that he put on in the car was like that's real life, bro.
What scene exactly?
Yo,
what
can I
scene.
just
Hold
ask you
on,
one
hold on,
thing?
hold
Is
on,
the
dog.
dude with the
Hold on,
afro
dog.
still
Hold
there?
on, dog.
Hold on one second.
God damn.
I just want one question.
Hold
guy.
on.
Is the dude with the afro still there though? Is the dude with the afro still there?
We all know what to do with the afro. It's a lot of
His
people
man.
with afro.
You know his man.
That's what we're talking about right now, Leon.
He's still alive? All right, that's what's up. Go ahead.
See, he interjected. That was
For that bullshit, dog. Like, God,
you
you could have asked me that shit off
bullshit.
camera. Like, God damn, dog.
Go ahead, Lingo. What do you say?
The scene reminds me of, you remember American Gangster? And you remember they got pulled over and his brother had the shit in the trunk. So he was real cool. Soon as he get in the car, this nigga explode.
It is just that. That's perfect. That's a perfect explanation. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you, bro.
it.
We really getting it this episode.
Bro,
I am proud.
The way
Oh my God.
The way you went off on Leon, bro, you was looking like.
And they,
That just happened to me like a couple weeks ago.
For
I
real?
just had to do that like a couple weeks ago.
for real?
Like real shit.
So you gonna feel this part?
On the head. Oh, you gonna talk about it now?
Nah, I ain't gonna talk about it on mic because I
I'm
did
with
it
you.
in private for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
You gonna feel that? You gonna
right,
feel that
right,
part
right.
then?
So he was so it was a little situation on the snow. The last episode, I mean the one before this, the last episode, and he was like, "That's cool. You gonna that's fam. You gonna like you ain't finna disrespect him. Whoop whoop whoop." They get in the car. That nigga broke it down, veins popping out. Cause he a real cool nigga overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really see him sweat too much. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got out of character, dog. That nigga said, "I built this shit brick by brick."
Yeah.
I be damn you tear this shit down because you don't like the way another nigga talk. I said, shit.
Then that silence, and then what happened?
Drive, nigga.
That was it, right? That was the
Bro.
killer there, bro.
So he got it off. He got it off.
Yeah.
That nigga was looking like, damn, he just chumped me off.
Shout them out.
Drive, nigga.
But he couldn't even be mad at him because it was like some like he know he was right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knew it was right. Y'all just check out Snowfall, bro. We ain't got time to go like get into
I'm gonna need for Ace to fix his plug, but that's neither here or there.
Oh, his plug didn't come through?
I'm just
his
saying.
plug didn't come
Your
through?
shit fucking up, my guy. I can't even watch my shit.
With the YouTube TV and shit.
Oh. Yeah, we know you don't know. You'll never know. We know. You'll never look at him. Don't know.
Remember that date? She said she wasn't down, right? So when I went to family and the 5 people who have it, her name is there.
I sent this nigga the screenshot of what it said when I logged in.
Right?
What'd it say?
I have to log in. It says have the owner log in from wherever area he's at. And he said, "Oh my bad. I'ma unlog you out and put you back in." I said, "Do you need a new email address?" Took forever to text
But I'm
back.
always logged in, so I'm thinking maybe.
But
it's
then
just
I
you
sent
wait-
him the
you
new
let it
email address and it
expire.
sent me the same thing.
But what did you go to? That you press whatever.
The
it said?
same thing you sent me.
Like I said, so I wanted to see it. 'Cause
I understand the
don't get it.
circumstances and what you're dealing with, so I'm not.
Hilarious. Nah, it's something. If did you download the app?
Yes.
The TV.
Yes.
Hey, real talk though, this
Yes.
an off camera.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, my bad.
That's what I
That's
said.
an off camera
Though,
conversation.
while we on this, so I got a PSA. If anybody has a Netflix password for me, I'm just looking for it.
I got
plug,
you.
My plug cut me off,
Oh wow.
so
It was a chick.
Dang, you stop fucking with her, dog. She wasn't having that. He ain't about to be watching this shit with no new bitches.
For real.
You sound hurt by it too.
I was hurt. But
You
then,
sound really
nah, the
hurt.
funny part about it is I tweeted it and she responded. It went off on me.
Ooh.
And, I hit it with like these just lyrics, like you feel me?
Oh, you petty.
God bless.
You petty. That meme don't mean
real goes
nothing.
wrong.
And then she told me what the problem was, so I went back and now my shit like all the way logged out. Like at first it was just saying like it gave me
Putting
a message.
password, yeah.
Now it's all the way like try
Damn.
30 days. You feel me? Like
Oh, hit you with it. She'll change up the email address and password all together.
Damn, bruh.
so
Look at you. Now you
bumper
need
fans,
it.
y'all
I'm
wanna be
single
generous.
again.
Right. Back on the prowl. I thought it was
You having
perfect.
trouble in paradise.
This nigga is
My
stupid.
nigga having trouble in paradise. Oh shit.
Dang, bruh. You need a hug, King?
Mario done turned to Big Sean in this thing. Bro.
Right.
Hey man, hey bro, where Tela at, bro?
Tela Tequila?
Tela.
I
Do
sent it to
do
you.
do.
No.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to be offended. You know who Tela is?
I remember that because I remember the name.
You know who Tela is, right?
I know who Tela. What's the song?
Show Nuff?
Yeah. I know who Tela is.
Huh? Dog, real talk, bro. This the last episode of the No Buffer podcast. Tela?
Bro, nobody know. But the whole part of this is because nobody knows.
Show Nuff.
I know Tela though.
Bro, yo, bugging. They bugging, bro.
I'm about to use his line. I'm too young to know.
Y'all don't. So I'm saying the most popular song, Show Nuff. Y'all don't know Show Nuff.
I'm too young to know.
Bro, oh my God. Please play. We play it. Play it in, well, they can't hear it. That's not it. I don't know what that is.
It's the ad.
Oh, I was like, bro, what is that? That's girls in the club show love, shaking
Oh, that was
that.
her?
Dog, watch out, bro.
Her name, dog.
I didn't know that was a girl.
It's not a girl.
Oh, Tela sound like a girl. Even worse.
I thought he was out of No Limit though.
Come on. Like, I definitely know the
Definitely
song.
know the song. Like,
I was just about finna say, fam, if y'all didn't know this record, bro, like,
No, you know the record. I ain't even know who was saying this
bro,
shit.
it's a reason you asking where the fuck she at or who he at.
don't call him a she again, bro.
It's not like a No Limit cover though.
Facts.
Not. I mean,
Bro,
yeah.
a lot of niggas went off of that shit. Sci-Hi went off the shit. A lot of niggas went off that shit.
Who?
Sci-Hi.
Oh, from what? That beat?
That beat.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, like, yeah, like, it's the reason you asking where the fuck he at for a reason. Like,
That's cool, bro. I just thought you didn't know the song, bro. I was about to lose all respect for you.
I do know that song.
You know the song, you just
Nah,
don't know.
I didn't
you don't
know
know
it.
the person.
You trying to get some get back?
For that fucking fish and spaghetti.
Yeah.
Did you see? Oh, you tried to bring reinforcements
Man,
in.
come on, man.
You bringing
You ain't gotta agree with him every time.
The Cheetos and chili though. The Cheetos and chili. The Cheetos and chili.
This is a wild time we living in.
What about the what he said? What about the gravy on the mac and cheese? Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. We had some down south fish and grits this weekend though, fam. With no spaghetti present.
Listen, don't grit. Nah, keep it chill. Don't grits or something.
Yo.
Life, dog.
Hey. Hey.
Keep. Oh,
Hey.
see, that's how I know you. That's how I know. That's how I know. You don't know better. Like,
Yeah, you don't know that better. I'll put it like this, right? Like, look.
Keith trying to get some get back.
Look,
I know
look.
what's going on, right?
Hey, Keith.
Hey, I was on this bumper last week, bro. He trying to get some get back,
Hey,
bro.
Keith.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith.
Is this thing on? Is this thing
Keith,
on?
I'm gonna keep it funky
on?
with you, right? I'm gonna be as humble as possible. He wasn't the only person that said that about them grits.
Your lady said your grits was good. Yeah, that don't count, brother.
Nah, it wasn't a lady.
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
man. The plate look delicious, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they are just grits, my nigga. I mean, you add.
That's
They
how I know
not,
you don't
though.
know
Right.
You
that.
add pepper, salt.
Yo, shut the fuck
Butter.
up. No, they not just grits. What are you on right now?
Hold up. You had stone.
I don't give away my
They're
recipe,
never
King.
just grits.
That nigga had Quaker Oats instant grits. That nigga had 2 minutes. I'm giving away my recipe.
Keith trying to get some get back, dog.
Hey,
Bro, why you mad? Why you mad?
hey, fam, they cooked on the stove for 35 to 45 minutes.
That's different.
You had the iron. And then you do the electric stove. You had the iron too. Not low. Not on low. You had them on 2.
Hey, I'm gonna bring you a sample next week.
Real talk, dog.
Oh my god, bro.
Real talk, like, bro.
You're not. I'm cool, calm, and collect. I got confidence in my cooking. No worries.
So my word.
Whitey. That's what you're supposed to do with fish and grits. No.
Dog, you got outside the pit.
Yeah. That's southern cooking right
So
there.
my word of the week is deleterious.
Oh, you got to spell that, bro. That.
Go off, King.
DELE.
DELE.
It do like sound like some shit you get on your foot though.
Shit.
But Deleterious, and it means harmful, often in a subtle or unexpected way.
I thought you were about to say delicatessen or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Wait,
that's
I
not.
heard somebody break that word down. I was very disappointed.
It's just deli. That's
I know, no, but the
it's just like
but the way
deli.
they said it, no,
That's what it's short
yeah.
for, exactly.
Yeah.
But the way they
Delicatessen.
said it, they was like deli. It was something
no,
stupid.
they-
I know in the
shit.
Northeast
What
you'll
is
see
it?
shit like
What is
that.
it?
Like
Delicatessen.
Deli what?
Delicatessen. But it's just that's deli for short. I mean,
Facts
well,
of life.
Deli
yeah.
is the shorter
Deli
word
is the
for
short
yeah.
word for that. Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah.
to start saying it like, I'm like, yo, give me a delicatessen sandwich.
Bitch is gonna be like, oh, that's how you gonna get your new Netflix password. She gonna be like, oh my god.
Like, you trying to go get a delicatessen?
She gonna be like, oh bitch, we
Like, you
went
go to the deli for?
and they put the oregano and the olive oil on
go to
there,
Publix?
bitch. We was motherfucking lit. Of course, I gave him my password. Yes,
ain't no bad idea, dog.
you
Go
wild,
for that one.
It's like you take it though.
Publix, you should be shocked. Like,
especially with the fried chicken. Let her know.
It's certain simple shit you could say in like a whole nother way that'll get you some draws. Like that's one of them.
Delicatessen.
what's your favorite meal? I like delicatessen sandwiches and shit.
I'm telling y'all, he got Wonder Bread, fucking turkey meat, and crab. Talking about delicatessen. Y'all are stupid. All right, so my shout out of the week goes to Miss Hannah Victoria. I'm very, very proud of this young woman. She inspires me every day. I wish I had enough rhythm in my adult life to do what she does, but she is an extremely gifted and talented dancer and choreographer. She's been all around the state with all kinds of shit, and she's just a really dope person. It's really good to see somebody's growth and to really see somebody when they find their passion take heed of it and fucking run with it. And I'm really, really proud of her that she was like my childhood friend and like when I was like 5, so I'm really, really proud of
What's her
her.
name again? I missed it.
Miss Hannah Victoria.
Hannah Victoria.
I'll send it to you. So big shout out to you. I'm really, 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 really proud of you. I'm glad you're doing something that you love and you're killing it. You're really great at it, and that's you're my shout of the week. You're my inspiration for the week.
I met her.
No.
Oh, okay.
Facts. hit me in the jaw. Damn.
Thought I
But
was in the meet the friends stage.
nigga, no, not that bullshit you pulled yesterday.
Wow. Oh, you know what I did?
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in.
Conversation.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the No Buffer Podcast, the Culture Ratchet Podcast. We say what we want when we want, no buffer, just facts. Last name good, myself, Chiane XO, and the Lingo Steve is in the building every Monday at livehiphopdaily.tv. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We still got merch. If y'all ain't never hit the website, y'all go ahead and check us out and get y'all one of them Culture Ratchet t-shirts. We know this episode was very cultured, but stay tuned for more ratchet shit next week. And that is all we got. We out.